Welcome to our Ruby Retreat call. We are so excited to share with you guys some of the spectacular things that happened this past weekend. We went to Arizona. We went to the Omni Hotel, no, the Omni Resort and Spa at the Monte Lucia is the, I guess, correct term for it all. We called it the Monte Lucia, but it was amazing. I don't know if anybody's been to Arizona. I think Nicole has. A couple of you guys have maybe, but there was cacti everywhere, which I've never seen a cactus, so I thought that was pretty cool. And it was just a beautiful resort that I'm so happy that our leaders picked this place for us to go. We were able to just relax. We were able to eat lots of really good food. We were able to just stay up late and talk, and we had a girls' night, and it was just so much fun. Hiking up a mountain, touring headquarters, being poured into by our diamond leaders. It was an incredible time of getting our cups filled, and we are so excited to share with you some of the things that we learned because we want to share these with you guys so we don't forget about it. We want to get it out of our heads and into this video so that we too can even go back and look at it in the weeks and months to come. But we're so excited. I'm going to stop talking right now because I want everybody else to get on and share their takeaways, and I will be back at the end to share some more. So I need to be able to unmute because I muted everybody here. So Jackie, you are good to go.
Okay, hang on with me 1 second here. Where did it go? Well, I guess I don't need to see y'all, I guess. There we go. All right, cool. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about is when we visited corporate. So one of the first things I noticed when we were pulling in is all of the carports were solar panels. So when we talk about our company being sustainable, it's sustainable in so many ways by natural resources because that's enough to power all of Plexus. So the energy started from the sun and keeps going through. And as we went into the building, we were met by so many friendly people. From anywhere from the people cleaning the bathrooms to the people in the warehouse. Sorry, my dog's trying to eat things. To the people at all of the different areas. And we even got to meet the head people, the CEO of the company, guys, seriously came. And we were so excited because when we were supposed to meet him on the cruise, he couldn't go because he had torn his Achilles. And we're like, you should have come with us, but you were there because we had your cardboard cutout and got to show him pictures of that. He actually stood there time, look at pictures and take us. And the positive energy of everybody in there. They did this wheel that they do every day, or every Friday. Both in the warehouse and in the main building, where everybody gets to put a ticket in for a drawing, and they pick, what was it, 10? About 10 people, and they got to spin this Wheel of Fortune, and on there were prizes anywhere from $10 to $200, and they did doubles and triples sometimes. So just the excitement of all of that was so cool. And then if you guys know Rochelle, she's always late for everything, which I love about her. She's so funny. But we got
I'm gonna beat your butt.
But we were hanging out there. She's unmuting. But we were hanging out there afterwards and talking and just so excited about everything that we kind of shut Plexus down. And at 4:45 on Friday, Alec came out and he's telling his people to go home. He's like, it's Friday. It's almost 5 o'clock. Go home. I mean, do any of you work for a company that the CEO kicks you out before 5 o'clock on a Friday and takes the time? And so because we're big dorks and we like to take lots of pictures, we're like, hey, can you get a picture of us in front of this big sign? Because there's a really cool Plexus sign. And he's like, sure. So he takes a picture, and then we go outside and we're hanging out more, and he locks up and leaves, and we're still hanging out. And we wanted to get another picture, so he comes over and he's playing with Lauren's phone, and then he takes a picture of us doing all kinds of goofy stuff in front of headquarters. That's where some of those funny ones came from. And then afterwards, he's like, wait, let's make sure they turned out okay. So he stopped and actually looked at the pictures with us to make sure they were okay. And then the funniest part afterwards, Lauren didn't even realize it. She's scrolling through her pictures. He was taking selfies of himself on her phone afterwards. So, you know, you can all say what you want about the people that are the bosses of your company. And you might think they're untouchable or not real people, but totally was. And we're like, hey, we're going to karaoke tonight. You want to join us? He's like, no, I got to do family time. And we're like, well, he says, well, maybe I'll stop by breakfast with you guys tomorrow morning. And he actually did. He came in jeans and a t-shirt and a leather coat and stopped in to say breakfast. And you guys, seriously, when we were thanking him for everything, he was in tears, crying like a big old baby. So you can't fake that stuff. So I was just so impressed by corporate, by the genuineness, by the positive attitude, and the openness of all the people there. So I think I used up my 5 minutes.
It was amazing, you guys. And they love us. Like, they were so excited to see us as the ambassadors. They were thanking us.
Yes.
Wouldn't stop thanking us. And we're over here like, well, thank you for all that you do. Because, like, all the shipping people and the warehouse people, we couldn't do what we do without them. And then, you know, they said the same about us. So that was so cool. Yeah. Oh, I need to unmute. Sorry, Lauren. I'm sorry. I'm going to. Right. Oh, you got it. Okay, good.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I can't agree more with what they're already saying. Some of the things that I really liked, I think I want to start by saying that the people that were training us this weekend were the top leaders in our company. And when I say top leaders, I mean Helen McFadden and Sonia Dudley, some of the first diamonds. I think Helen was the third diamond ever in all of Plexus. These were the people training us this weekend. So how humbling for us that we got to experience that, and how amazing that we also got to hear what they had to say. One of the main things that Helen was really talking about is just how amazing the ripple effect is, just by her clicking join in September of, I think it was 2012. Now she has all of these people she never would have touched if it weren't for that one decision of clicking yes. So don't underestimate the power of your decision to be here right now, and your decision to click yes whenever that day was. You have no idea how many people you are going to affect just by clicking that join button whenever that was. So keep that in mind, because you're gonna change lots of lives. So a lot of the things that I really liked, I wrote down. I'm gonna try not to take up more than 5 minutes, but because I could really talk forever about it. But one of the most amazing things that they said were, our dreams are free, but our journey is not free. So we can be thinking about like, oh, I want to be diamond. I want the Lexus. I want to be in Hawaii. I want to make X amount of money. I want to help X amount of people. And that dream is completely free, but just know that everybody that's gotten to that point has gone through a journey. It is not easy. It's not going to be this, okay, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be at diamond. It is an uphill battle. And it's not if you're going to come across roadblocks and stumble, and if there's going to be something that comes up, it's when you're going to come up against some really tough things. So we can't be hindered by those, and we have to just persevere through the hard times, because there's not a diamond, not any top leader in our company that hasn't gone through something really hard, or continues to go through things that are really hard. So just remember that even if you're having a struggling time or you're coming across a roadblock, we all right now have been in those shoes, and so have the diamonds. So just know that you're capable of persevering through it. They also said that if you start to feel some resistance and you start to feel like you're coming up against a roadblock, that means you're right to the point where you are going to be like right around the corner, something big is going to happen. So just keep pushing through that. Make sure that you have an all-in attitude where nothing and no one can deter you. So if you're focused on your long-term goal and focused on like your long-term things that you want rather than these short-term things, it's not going to matter if one person doesn't agree with your post. It's not going to matter if you hear some negativity, because you are focused on your long-term goal. So don't let anyone or anything deter you from that long-term goal. Let's see. I have lots of pages of notes. You are in charge of what you tell yourself, and you are in charge of your own energy. Your positivity is a choice every single day. It's a muscle. You've got to turn on that positivity and make those choices every single day to be positive. Because if you're constantly beating yourself up and constantly telling yourself the bad things, you can't move forward. So you are in charge of choosing every day to have a positive mindset, and that is going to take you places you've never been before for sure. Make sure that you focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Everybody has weaknesses. We all have things we need to work on, but you need to make sure that your focus is more on your strengths so that your weaknesses don't deter you. Let's see. And then just an easy tip that you can all take from today is that they said to be a giver on social media. So we want to make sure that we are giving to our audience more than we are asking for something in return. So the things that we want to give them are entertainment, empowerment, education, and you want to engage with them. So all of those E words, and then that should be 80% of your social media presence, and then 10 to 20% is asking for a sale. So just making sure that you are being more of a giver on social media rather than a receiver. I have more stuff, but I'm gonna not steal anybody else's thunder and see if anybody has anything else they want to say. If I come up with something that wasn't said, I might jump in later. Elizabeth, next.
You ready?
Yes.
Hello. I don't even know what kind of light I'm in. So anyway, yes, it was such an amazing and humbling experience. It was like,
Hang on, you're muted.
I thought I unmuted myself. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. So it was an amazing experience to just be around these top leaders, like Lauren was saying. And it was really encouraging to see so much positivity and so many people that have just been doing this longer. And they kept saying, you know, the only thing that's different between you and I is that I've had more no's. The biggest difference between a gold and a diamond is that they've had more no's. And that's something that we really need to just keep remembering, and just know that we just need to keep going because we never know who we're going to help. And one of the girls asked a question and said that she had a level 1 who has been sharing for 2 years and just isn't even quite to gold yet. And the immediate response out of Sonia Dudley was, only 2 years? Like, only 2 years? That's how long she's been doing the business. And that is amazing because here we could be thinking, oh, 2 years, she should really be at gold. But I really think that it all has to do also with learning and growing and having that growth mindset, not necessarily a goal mindset. Like, yeah, do we want to have goals set for ourselves and work towards them every day? Absolutely. But our whole idea behind the goals is to grow. And so for someone that may be sharing for 2 years, they may be really having some personal growth things to work on, or learning to be organized, or learning that journey of talking to people and filling others' cups, and, you know, learning how to communicate, learning how to send messages and those sort of things. So maybe that they needed more practice with that. So Sonia Dudley and Helen McFadden, they were both in other companies, direct sales companies. And so they went to Diamond quickly once they went into Plexus, but they said, like, it took us 25 years to go to Diamond. You know, it wasn't this like, oh, well, we joined Plexus and now we're Diamonds. They had been working on developing these skills for years and years. And they were with other companies for like 20 years. And they still hadn't reached the top of the company. So even like our diamond upline, Fallon, like once she hit that growth period, once she got that personal growth under her belt, she was unstoppable and went to diamond very quickly. But she didn't go from silver to diamond in like, boom, you know, she had to get that personal growth. And I know even for myself, like, I needed that personal growth journey to get to this point of Senior Ruby. So don't give up. Your goal is to focus on having a growth mindset and learning as you go. And that's what's going to get you to your ultimate goal, is having that growth mindset.
Yes, 100%. Thank you guys. You've been so awesome sharing all these amazing things. So I'm just going to add to a few things that they said. And, you know, oh, what's happening here? Sorry, you guys. Okay. So yes, growth conscious instead of goal conscious, assuming the success. Some of the things they said, I have my notes too. It's so important to be at these events. Okay. So yes, there's Ruby Retreat. You have to earn it. But you guys, like, work your businesses. And Sonia Dudley said, she said, what do you need for success? What is the key? The key is an all-in attitude and a growth mindset. Like, if you have those two things, you will be unstoppable. Own your business, own your mindset, okay? What you focus on is what you're gonna get. Get rid of the negativity. You cannot move forward by beating yourself up, okay? We have to tell ourselves that we are worth it, and we are, you guys. When you have short-term thinking, when you say just little things, whatever, that is all fear-based. It all stems from fear. And you guys, fear is not of God, okay? Fear is not of God. I loved how Lauren said that, because Sonia said that. When you start to feel challenged, when you start to feel fearful, when you're going, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do this. Yes, you can. You can do it. And if you get tired, or if there's like, you know, whatever going on, everybody has issues, you guys. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has things. You don't quit. You rest. You can rest. It's okay to rest. But you don't rest for 6 months, okay? Like, just take a nap. Don't sleep for 6 months, okay? But just take a rest, okay? But don't quit. There's going to be ebbs and flows. Your business can go like this sometimes. You have to stay steady. You have to be emotionally stable, and you just have to keep that emotional maturity about you and just stay steady. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. It is normal. This is called life, okay? Life is going to have ups and downs. Your business is going to have ups and downs, period. Just trust the process, okay? So Jarrett, he said, you have to come to events. That's what I had started to say. You have to come to events, you guys. He said, even after 5 years, his cup is still filled from being at something like this, okay? This is a man, okay? You know, us women had our cups filled, like, completely up over here. But, you know, another thing I want to say about all of this is last year we started doing Ruby Retreats. We didn't have them before that. So last year was the first one that Pink Power did with the Big Team page. You guys, we are under some of the most incredible diamonds. Lori Welch is like the mama, and then Amber Miller is above her. Kristen Abart is under Lori Welch, and Fallon is under Lori Welch. So it's Lori, Fallon, Kristen. Kristen's got all the biggies. She's got Wendy Larson, and Shoshana is a sapphire, but her husband is a diamond. She's got Brenda Martin. She's got Eva, and her husband just hit diamond. Jessica Hogendorn is under Eva. She just hit diamond. Like, we have got some seriously awesome diamonds and jewels and just people on our team that we should feel incredibly lucky to be able to rub shoulders with these people, okay? So you have got to get to events. So last year, I go to Ruby Retreat, and I had nobody on my team with me, you guys. Nobody. It was still super fun because I was able to see all my sidelines and see Fallon, of course, and all of this, but nobody on my team. Here it is, 1 year later, 4 people are with me, and 3 of them are Senior Ruby, and 1 of them is super close to Senior Ruby. Like, this is incredible, you guys. So don't ever, ever give up on this, because even if you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like you've been doing this for a while and you don't feel like you're going anywhere, I'm just telling you to trust the process, okay? It's just like we talk about, you know, troubleshooting our people through detox with the products. Troubleshoot your business. Like, look and see, am I doing this? What am I doing? Like, let's work together so that we can figure some things out. But you guys, don't ever stop, okay? Another thing that really stood out to me that Sonia said was, she said, you know, this is a negative fear-based thought, is Christians shouldn't make a lot of money. And I think that we've talked about this before. Brittany Howard has made a couple of videos on this. You know what she said? She said that if you can give a lot with a little bit of money, then you can give a lot with a lot of money. Okay, so you guys do not think that or if you have people on your team that are thinking that. There is nothing wrong with Christians making money. Do you know the amount of people we can help with all this money that we're making? Okay, so speaking of money, really fast, I'm trying to wrap this up. Sonia and Helen, they were both in a said company that they don't like to say who they were with, because they don't want it to look as if they are bashing another company. But they were dropping clues, okay? They earned a pinkish reddish car, and they did makeup, okay? So they talked about how they had 80 to 90, Sonia said, I had 80 to 90 people on my team. Nobody on her team was making $500 a month. What? Like, this is to give you guys perspective. We truly have something completely amazing with Plexus. Silvers are making $500 a month with Plexus. Like, tons of people on my team are making $500 or more with Plexus. She said that when she joined, there were 40 top people. She was in this company for 17 years. And when she left, there were 80 people at the top. Her friend was a top earner. She made top earner in 20 years. It took her 20 years to make top earner. And she was making senior Ruby pay, you guys. Senior Ruby pay. So like $6,000. So this is perspective for you guys. Okay, we have something truly special with Plexus. It's just out of this world. So just know what you have. Know that you're in the right place at the right time. And we have leadership that loves us, that cares about us, that takes pictures for us and wants to make sure that they look good. You guys, you're not going to find this anywhere else. And Jackie, I really want you to get on here and say something. I know it's 9:26, but I want you to say what you said at Ruby Retreat in the breakfast when you had mentioned how you're a PT and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Let me unmute.
There we go. So it's crazy. You know, Lauren, Erin, me, Elizabeth, we all have doctorates in physical therapy. That's 7 years of school, people. It's ridiculous. And buttloads of student loans and whatnot to pay for that. And we are making, or I'm making, working part-time as a PT, almost as much as a Ruby as I'm making with my PT job. So it is just unbelievable how much you can make just by helping others without having to have all that schooling, without having to have all that. It's just amazing. It just totally blows my mind. So
Yes.
It's so exciting.
100%. And like Elizabeth said, tweak it, tweak your mindset. Like if somebody says, oh, well, I've already been doing this for 2 years and I'm just not even gold yet, or I'm not diamond yet. You know, I didn't hit emerald in 5 minutes, you know, like turn it around. Like Sonia immediately turns it. She is awesome at turning things around, asking questions to people. That's a whole nother call. But she said, you only just been doing this for 2 years. I mean, you can't be a doctor in 2 years, you know? So anyways, okay. Lauren, did you have anything you wanted to add still?
No, that was good. And we're going to have so much more on the Pink Power call too, that I'm sure they have lots of good things to say. So we can just go soak that up next.
Yes, pop over there. So I want to leave you guys with this. This is what Sonia ended. This is what she left us with. She said, do not look back in 10 years and say, I wish I had. She said, don't be a wish I had. Be and I'm glad I did. And that is all we have for you guys tonight. We'll see you guys in Pink Power. Bye.